Captain Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso, he's been in the news again recently. Now, to explain this, I'm going to have to give you a little bit of a crash course in Burkina Faso history. So he took power of Burkina Faso in 2022 in what the Western media call a military coup, but what many Africans and many people in Burkina Faso call a revolution. You see, Burkina Faso was, it used to be anyway, a French colony. Now, it got its independence as the Republic of Upper Volta in 1960. However, the French never really went away. And like many other colonies that France had in Africa, they made Burkina Faso use their CFA franc, their French franc, which France doesn't even use anymore. And as a result of that, Burkina Faso had to go through French banks. And the French banks then could basically buy the resources from Burkina Faso at pennies on, well, the franc. Which is quite a lucrative deal when you consider that Burkina Faso is Africa's fourth biggest producer of gold. And he made it his aim when he came to power to basically kick the French out and take control over the gold reserves in Burkina Faso. And guess what? It's exactly what he did. I mean, not only was it unfair that the French could basically have control over those reserves, buy the gold at a knockdown price, and have their French companies mine the gold and refine it and not pay any tax in that country whatsoever, but also they weren't giving back anything to the people of Burkina Faso. He didn't just take control of the mining though, oh no, he took control of the refining of it as well, built the factories, and this is him just a few months ago getting delivery of their first gold bars. But that's not all he's done in the last 3 years. He has completely and utterly revolutionised the farming industry and the agricultural industry in Burkina Faso. I've heard stories of them even giving students, agricultural students, all the land and the equipment and the seeds they need to start growing food for their own population. And while other dictators, if you want to call him that, the West certainly do, travelling the world by private jet, fighting climate change, he's basically going up and down the country, meeting the people who are helping him change the course of Burkina Faso. This is him visiting 60 independent female Burkina Faso farmers who've been cultivating tons of different vegetables for their country. He's not just wiped out the entirety of Burkina Faso's foreign debt in just 3 years, he's also made all education 100% free in the country. He also cut the pay of ministers by 30%. There was a lot of corruption in Burkina Faso. But he's also increased the salaries of workers by 50% in that time. He's basically done more in 3 years than every one of the politicians in the UK have done in my entire lifetime. Which is probably why democracy is coming for him by the look of it. These are the pictures of French, let's call them organic, protests calling for the arrest of Traore because, get this, they say he's a dictator. No problem with Saudi Arabia or any of the other dictatorships around the world, but no, he's a dictator. The guy who's bringing food and farming and agriculture and wealth to his country. And of course, where there's resources in the world, there's the good old United States of America. This is General Michael Langley of AFRICOM, and he's had something to say about Ibrahim Traore just recently. Take a listen.
Absolutely, Chairman. I see this and I don't mind calling them out, but Captain Traore and Burkina Faso, as they know that both, whether it's their gold reserves, that is all those proceeds are just in exchange to protect the junta regime.
AFRICOM's General Langley there. If you notice, he never did say who the regime were using the gold reserves, their gold, by the way, to protect them from, did he? Any ideas who Burkina Faso, with all that gold, would need protecting from? I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse. And you can't say what's happening here is racist or anything like that because it's Africa, because as you can clearly see, General Langley is black. You know, they never do go to tell you that while it's true that Ibrahim Traore cancelled elections in Burkina Faso a year or so ago, they never go on to tell you why. It's because the people didn't want the elections. They wanted him to stop in. He was doing such a great job. And where is it written in stone that every country around the world needs to be a democracy? I mean, I live in an apparent democracy. And it's shit. It really is. According to many reports that I've heard, there have been over a dozen assassination attempts or failed assassination attempts on this guy's life. And it's no wonder. I know a lot of you will be commenting below. I'm getting Colonel Gaddafi vibes here. So you would think that this guy would be scared, right, of, you know, the Western powers doing what the Western powers do. But he has something to say to them. Take a listen.
They will tell us, you know, Thomas Sankara tried to do it like this, but where is he? He is dead. The Haitian president, he tried to do it like this. Where is he? He is dead. Gaddafi tried like this. Where is he? He is dead. These are the veiled statements made to us to instill fear. If we remain in this posture of fear, we will be cowards, and history will judge us. Our children will ask questions. Our grandchildren will ask questions. We are writing history. There is no room for cowardice.
Amazing guy, right? Consider this. He's just 36 years old. Best of luck to you, mate. Best of luck.